Let's take a moment. Find your comfortable seated posture. Notice that both sitting bone seated, rooted. Rest your hands on your knee or thigh, either palms facing up or down. Bring your attention into your breathing. Close your eyes. Lift your heart. Relax your shoulder. As you breathe in, fill your lungs, noticing the expansion. As you breathe out, relax. Incoming breath brings new energy, fills you up. Outgoing breath relaxes you. In your closed eyes, observation of your breath. Observation without any sense of controlling or directing. To begin our practice, let's share 3 Om. Take a deep breath in. Bow down in front of you. Relax your spine. Shaking head, nodding head. Feel your spine. As you inhale, back to the centers. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. Look up, relax your shoulders. Feel the spine arching, lengthening, stretch up the rib cage, ease in your neck and shoulders. As you exhale, hands to heart. Breathing in, chin up, look up. As you exhale, hands to heart, round your back, relax your backbone. Each incoming breath, lengthening spine. Looking up, each exhalation, round, hands to heart. 2 more times, breathing in, reaching up. And then elbow closer, hands to heart. As if we are waking all the nerve in your spine so that we can take care of ourselves. Inhaling this time all the way up high. As you exhale, one hand's down on the side, and then stretching over. Breathing at the corner of your lungs. While you're stretching, notice the sitting bone. Both are rooted. To take care of your neck, you can look down towards the lower fingers or look up towards the upper hands. Wherever you feel good awareness, good stretch, that's where. Inhaling, reaching both hands up high, noticing the differences on your left and right. As you exhale to the other side, hands down, stretching over. In a yoga class, the best way to find is breath is audible exhalation whenever you need it without any sense of judgment. Just allow that breath to deepen. Inhaling, reaching up high. As you exhale, widely open your arms out and interlace your hands behind, lifting heart and rotating head. If you notice any discomfort, any tension, breathe into opposite direction rotation. Inhaling, chin up, straight your hands behind, still interlacing and folding. Head towards the ground, arms towards the sky. The stretch of the collarbone, the stretch of the heart, artery, vein. As you inhale, gently return, hands up high, looking up tall. As you exhale, spinal twist to one direction. Chin over your shoulder behind you. While you're twisting, each incoming breath lengthen the spine a little bit. Each exhalation, a little deeper twist. All the 26 of them vertebrae are twisting here. Back to the center, hands up high, look up. And other side, spinal twist, same way. Breath flows in, little bit lengthen. Breath flows out, little more twist. And then back to the center, hands up high, and simple forward fold. Next step, a little fast we will do. We did mindfully slowly. Inhale, reaching up, engage your belly. As you exhale to the side, one hand's down, arms over, stretching. As you inhale, reaching all the way up high, looking up. As you exhale to the other side. As you breathe in, reaching up all the way up. As you exhale, spinal twist to one direction, look behind. One more breath there. Breathing in, reaching up, looking up. And other side, spinal twist. Breathe in, return, arms up, widely open your arms out, interlace hands, lift your heart, and then forward fold here. Yoga Mudra, the sacred seal of yoga. Back to the center, hands up high, and then hands to heart. Now hands and knees. Hands under your shoulder blade. Knees under your hip. Spread the fingers, press your knuckles of your fingers and middle palms. As you inhale, chin up, belly down, tilting tailbone. As you exhale, scoop your belly in. As you inhale, stretching like a happy cow, happy baby cow. As you exhale, stretching like a cat. And the cat wakes up and stretches, so that you can feel the back part of the spine and front part of the spine. Each breath in, And each breath out with deep and slow mindfulness. Seems very simple movement. It has a very effective healing. Deep core of the joints of our spine is being nurtured. Tuck the toes in to downward facing dog pose. Looking at your toes, paddling. Your feet are hip distance apart and your hands are shoulder width apart. Your head is in between your arms as if you're looking at your toes, knees. Even better if you're looking at your belly button. That kind of head down low so that no tension in your shoulders, no tension in your neck. Relax the jaw, find some stretch by shifting weight, by shaking head, nodding head. Feel the floor through the heels of your hands and the heels of your feet. Inhaling to high plank, flat your back. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog pose. Once again, inhale to high plank. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Rest your knees on the floor. Rest your chin and chest on the ground. Do not rest your belly, as if tunnel under your belly. Now lie down totally on the floor. Then chin, chest up high, upward facing dog pose. Look behind through your left shoulder. Take care of your spine. Look behind through the right shoulder. And then downward facing dog pose. Adho Mukha Swan Asana. Most of the yoga poses are nature oriented. Dog stretch, cow stretch, cat stretch, like that. Noticing what you have around, learning from them to live life. Right leg up high to the sky from downward dog. And then gentle bending upper right knee and opening hip. Find some stretch of your hip. Equal weight on your both arms. And then back to the downward facing dog. Let's paddle to notice left and right. And then press the right heel. Lift your left leg up in the air towards the sky. Opening hip by bending left knee. And good stretch. Notice the stretch. Feel it. And then back to the ground. Inhaling to high plank. Lie down totally on the ground. Whenever you're ready, chin, chest up a little bit up high. And then back to the ground. Chin, chest a little bit higher. Using arms muscles on the floor. And then back to the ground. This time press your hands. Reaching up, look up. Bhujanga Asana. Hands and knees to child pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. The gland in your head, like a pituitary gland, pineal gland. Let them relax. Notice your breath. Notice your stretch. Hands and knees to downward facing dog pose. Breathe a little deeper in downward dog. It rejuvenates. Walk your feet towards your hands at the top of your mat, standing forward fold. Both feet equally rooted. Relax those arms, maybe rotate your wrist, maybe rotate your shoulders, maybe swaying arms side to side. any mindfulness. If you are still in forward fold, that means you are meditatively stretching. If you are gentle moving this way, that way, like ragdoll, swinging, then that's mindful. Either mindfulness or meditative. Whatever calls you. If you keep moving this way and that way, you can find different part of your body, you can notice some stretch, some discomfort if there is. Inhaling to halfway, look up, lift your heart, flex your back. As you exhale, fold. Once again, inhaling halfway, look up, lift your heart. As you exhale, fold. Inhaling, arms out, reaching up, all the way, arms up high, Urdhva Hasta. Now gentle backward bending, counter stretch of forward fold. Not too much, not too little, just right amount so you can breathe and feel the stretch of the rib cage, underarm, and then hands to heart. Anjali Mudra, relax your shoulder, lift your heart, close your eyes, breathe. Your breath is your best friend. And breath is always reminding you what is happening inside, in the body. Yoga is the tradition and culture from thousands of years developed by saluting. So we salute sun today. Standing at the top of your mat, open your eyes, inhale, reach your hands over your head, look up tall, and then open your arms out and gentle backward bending, open-hearted anahata. And then from there, swan dive, slow motion. Bow down towards the ground, hands down low, inhaling halfway, look up, lift your heart, flat your back. As you exhale, full fold. Walk your feet one by one to find a plank on the mat. Your hands are right under your shoulder blades. Your feet are hip distance apart. As you exhale, lowering elbow towards your ribs, all the way down if you need, or halfway down, and then rising from there, upward facing, gradually, naturally, spontaneously, and downward facing dog pose. As soon as you reach to downward facing dog pose, try to press the heels so you can find Achilles stretch, calf, hamstrings mostly. By pressing arms, find the stretch of your chest, shoulders. Bend your knees, look in front of you, either hopping or walking. 1, 2, 3. In between your hands, 2, halfway, look up. As you exhale, fold. Arms out and stand up tall, reaching up. Urdhva Hasta and backward bending. Feel the core engaging, even stretch. Hands to heart. That was one sun salutation A. Let's try on the other side. Standing, arms up high towards the sky. As you exhale, open your arms out, chin up, lean back. Inhaling, reaching arms all the way up high. As you exhale, fold forward. Standing, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway look up, lift your heart. As you exhale, hands either side of the foot, walking or hopping. Option to find a plank. You can catch one breath in plank to notice all the part of the body is equally engaged. As you exhale, lowering towards the mat. As you inhale, rising upper body. In a cobra, you can rest your knees, thighs, pubic bone. You can even bend your elbows. In an upward facing dog, you use your hands and nothing touching on the floor, feet on the ground, hands on the ground, other part of the body is arching. To downward facing dog pose. Always when you transition from one pose to another pose, make sure safely, securely, gently moving. I like to paddle in downward dog pose. That's my thing. If you like it, go for it. When you paddle, you find all part of your body natural stretch. Bend your knees, look in front of you, either hopping or walking step by step. Halfway look up, lift your heart. Exhaling, fold. Arms out and standing up tall, reaching. Opening heart, gentle, backward bending. And then hands to heart. And breathe one breath. Notice your breath. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. Feet together, hands together. Interlace your hands. And index finger pointing up. Bring your arms slightly backward so the head is in between your arms. Maybe inner tricep, bicep is going to touch the ears. That much a nice stretch so that we can find the side body stretch. Inhale a little bit, lift your heart. As you exhale to the side stretch, let's stay to the right side. Right side, stretching, folding towards. Here, the alignment is very important. Let's paddle feet one at a time, bending one knee at a time. The weight is shifted one by one. Now, equal weight on both. And then slowly, if that's okay, deepening. In the deepening, make sure you can breathe. Breath is the source of your energy. Keep supplying. Inhaling, reaching all the way up high. As you exhale to other side. Let's paddle. Just to allow the noticing sensation, feeling, and equal weight on both feet. And deepen. You can deepen even further than this, but you won't be able to breathe. And that's not a good idea. Breath and stretch should be equally there. That's what the vinyasa is. Inhaling, reaching all the way up high. As you exhale, rest your hands behind your head, interlacing fingers, elbow pointing out. Relax your shoulders. Now let's find some arch, backward bending. Your head is supported on your arm. You might notice your breath is flowing and in and out in the upper chest. Engage the core, hip a little push forward. As you inhale, reaching all the way up high. And then open your arms out and slow motion. Slower the better. Folding swan dive. Hands down low towards the toes. Feel the blood flow towards your arms. With the blood flow towards the arm, you can feel the sensation. Inhale, halfway look up. Lift your heart. Exhaling, fold. That's how we take care of our lower back. Once again, inhaling, halfway look up. Exhaling, fold. Arms out and reaching all the way up high. Standing tall, tall as a mountain pose. And then hands to heart. That was awesome. Let's try the same sequence in each breath, each side. Inhale, reaching arms up, engage your belly, look up, interlace your hands, index finger up. As you exhale to the side stretch, right side. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling to other side stretch. Inhaling, reaching up. As you exhale, hands rest behind your head and lean back. Inhaling, reaching up. As you exhale, swan dive slowly down, forward fold. One more breath there. Inhaling, halfway look up. As you exhale, fold. Once again, inhaling, halfway look up. As you exhale, bend your knee and sitting like a bird. Tiptoe. The way the birds sit on the branch, unstable, swinging, windy branch. So we are sitting like that. If you open your arms out, it helps you to find a balance. And challenging, you can rest your knee on the floor, you can rest your heels on the floor, you can find a block to rest it, behind on the hands. There are many ways to find it. We are trying to engage the muscle of your toes and ankles. So trying to find that balancing, challenging at the same time. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. And then open your knees a little bit and hands in between your knees like a manduka, froggy. In this posture, so many joints we are bending. Noticing the stretch. There are many modifications you can try. Like the body knows how to do it if you let the body decide. Otherwise, you can try a little bit opening legs to find good stretch like a froggy. This kind of names are very helpful. Manduka, imagination, that the frog, the way the frog sit, and then you put yourself, it's compassionate. Hands down towards the ground, standing, forward fold. Swing arms side to side. We are coming up from the froggy pose. Inhaling, halfway look up, lift your heart. As you exhale, fold. Arms out and stand up tall. Tall like a tree. Gentle backward bend. Hands to heart. Let's do one vinyasa flow. Inhaling, reach your hands over your head and look up tall. As you exhale, swan dive down towards the ground. Inhale, halfway look up. As you exhale, left leg behind the back for lunge. Fingertips on the floor, either side of the foot. Make sure the toes and fingers are parallel. Hand and foot is parallel. Feet are parallel. Sweeping hands behind and reaching hands up high. High lunge first when you are rooted there, and then you can gently challenge. Imagine this front knee is right in front of your belly button and scoop your belly button in. Expand your heart. Relax your shoulder. Hands can be anywhere. If you put different part of your arms and different part of your shoulder is stretch. So that's why you have lots of options for your arms. Widely open your arms up, lowering, hands down to the floor. 2, downward facing dog pose. Equal weight on 4. Spread the fingers to take care of the wrist and press your middle palms too. Inhaling to high plank. Exhaling to low. From there, rising upward facing or cobra. 2, downward facing dog pose. Breathe. And stretch at the same time. Left leg up in the air towards the sky, lifting. And momentum, step forward in front of you. After you step your foot in front of you, make sure the parallel. Hands and foot. Then give the weight to the feet. Sweep your hands behind. And sweep your arms over and look up, rise. Lunge, high lunge. That high lunge is going to deepen. And then the shoulders, relax. Pull your head a little bit back so that you can lift your heart. Arms out, slowly, gently sinking low, hands on the mat. Bring the back leg to meet the front. Together, feet, halfway look up, and then fold. Catch one breath there. arms out and standing all the way up tall. Tadasana, hands to heart. Anjali Mudra, Samasthiti. We did from the left side. Now let's do from the right. Arms up high, reaching up, engage your belly. Open your heart, open your arms, a little bit back, and then forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway look up. Exhale, full Purna Uttanasana. Once again, halfway look up. Ardha Uttana, this time right leg back, fingertip on the ground. Parallel as always, sweeping hands behind, reaching arms up high. Widely open your arms out. Feel the stretch of your upper arms. That feels good. One more time. Sweeping hands behind. Reaching arms up. And then gentle stretching arms out. And then lower your knee, hip, and hands down to the ground. To a downward facing dog pose. Breathe. After adjustment all the part of the body, then move on to Chaturanga Vinyasa. In your four anga, four limbs, you are doing Vinyasa. You are moving, you are flowing. Once again, if you like, or go for downward dog and find a good stretch and breath. Right leg up in the air towards the sky, lifting. And step forward in front of you, in between your hands, making sure the nice alignment for the body. Sweeping hands behind, sweeping arms up high. The same way, arms out, gentle, palms facing up. Again, sweeping hands behind, arms sweeping up. Then gentle stretch. Sinking low, low, low on the floor, hands down. Bring the back leg to meet the front leg. Folding, standing, forward fold. Utthita Uttana. Halfway look up. Ardha. Full fold. Purna. Arms out. Urdhva Hasta. Standing up tall. Look up. Maybe gentle back bend if your back allows you. Then hands to heart. Now let's do some breathing exercise. Pranayama. Feet are your hip distance apart, equal. Toes pointing parallel with your feet. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Slow motion. Let's try one time slow motion and then we can do with the rhythm. Gentle, keep breathing there. Here we're doing slow motion, so not the breath slow motion, the body movement slow motion. Bend your knees gently, as if you're going to sit on a chair, like that kind of bending. And then bring your hands down in front of you. Keep bending your knees for the safety for your back. And then hands goes behind. At that time you will breathe out through the mouth. In, straight everything, arch your back. And then out. In. Continue in your own pace. Make sure you keep bending your knee when you cleansing breath. All the respiratory organs and all the sinus, throats, windpipe, and all the joints, tension in your entire body. It's good to do at least 20 times. When you do it, and you can feel that all the tension is releasing from the body. You might start sweating within a minute. It's a wonderful cleansing practice. One more time. And widely open your arms out. And sway your arms side to side. It's time to now noticing, watching. Observation is the true nature of ourself. Witnessing, watching. Now let's find some twist. Feet together. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. As you exhale, widely open your arms out, bend your knees together, feet together, hands down. If you can touch the floor, then excellent. Sweep your hands behind back, and then sweep your hands over your head, chair pose. The weight is equally on your both feet. Knees are equal, bended together. Feel the engagement of the torso, engagement of the belly, engagement of your gluteus. And then try to arch your back. If I turn this way, you can see arch your back. Elbow can be anywhere, arms can be anywhere. You can find good stretch. Because each of us hold a different part of our shoulder. We hold stress or tension. Hands to heart. Elbow a little bit pointing out. Let's turn to one side. Hands to the opposite elbow. Elbow to the opposite knee. And then try to look to the upper elbow. If the bottom is low, notice how that feels. If the head is higher, how that feels. Where you can find a good twist and alignment at the same time. Make sure the breath is challenging here. Keep breathing. As you inhale, return. And sweeping back. Inhale, reach up high, chair pose. We did one side, let's do on the other side. Hands to heart. And then twisting to other side. Elbow towards the opposite knee. And look up. Spinal twist is the gateway towards the healing in a core level of our discomfort. Let there be breath always. As you inhale, return to the center, sweeping hands back, reaching arms up straight, your knee, and arms up. Slowly, gently, slow motion, swan dive, down. We were engaging all those gluteus, thighs, knees, and leg and calf. Now they're all stretching. One hand down towards the ground, or you can use blocks and something to support, and other ends up, arms up towards the sky. Spinal twist. Parivrtta Uttita Uttana Asana. Sanskrit is a language, yoga language. It describes the pose. Standing, forward fold, extended spine, one arm's down, one arm's up, pose. It's a beautiful language. And then hands down low towards the ground. And halfway look up, equal weight on your both feet, noticing. And other hands down. And other arms up high. Same way. Sometimes bending knee is helpful. Sometimes straightening both knees is better stretch. And today, in this moment, how that feel to you? Go for it. Safely twisting. And keep breathing. Hands down low towards the ground. Inhaling halfway, look up. As you exhale, hands on the floor, walk back to find a plank. In the plank, noticing both feet are yoga mat apart. Hands are right under your shoulder blade, fine. Rest your heels to the side. So swaying hip to the back. And then other side. So that we are engaging our middle part of the body to core. Switching again. And then in the center, equal weight on 4. Rest your knees on the floor. Rest your chin and chest on the floor. This is not a chaturanga, it is sastanga. Lie down totally. Then from there, gradually rising up, upward facing, look behind through your left shoulder so you can see your heel. And twist the spine there. And then look behind through the right shoulder so you can see your heels. And then back to the center. Rest your knees on the floor, down. And bend your knees. Cross your arms, rest your forehead on your arm. Sway your feet side to side like a windshield wiper. Now, lift your head, open your arms out, and go ahead and grab your feet. From here, kick your heels away from your bottom. Lift your knees off the ground by kicking. Lift your chin, chest, head off the ground by kicking. Breathing. Soften your belly. Do not breathe into your belly. The belly is supposed to be resting. Keep breathing in your middle and upper chest. If you like to massage, if your tummy is empty, then it's a good idea to massage your internal organs. Massaging the internal organ is always emphasized in Ayurveda. So you can swing to the side, maybe all the way, maybe a little bit. Make sure the fun has to be there. Don't be serious when you do yoga, especially this kind of difficult pose. Be playful. Be gentle. Be compassionate towards your body. Let's back to the center. One more breath, little deeper stretch. Then back to either child pose or downward dog, or you can try both. This counter pose is very important to align. If there's any discomfort there were in a bow pose, we will fix it right away. In child pose and downward dog. Let's meet in child pose. Open your knees a little bit wide as a yoga mat apart. Sometimes good stretch for the inner thigh, and then resting your head, heart. As you inhale, slowly return. Keep your knees wide as it is. Hands, finger pointing towards the toe. Carpal tunnel stretching. Straight the elbows, relax your shoulders. Arch your back like a lion pose. When the muscle around your lungs, like arms and belly relaxes, the breath becomes deeper. So natural, deep breath. Feel the stretch of your carpal tunnel. If you bring your hands a little farther in front of you, then the more stretch there is. If you bring your hands closer, then less stretch, comfortable stretch is there. So make sure no tension in your shoulders. Slowly bring your hands pointing in front of you. Again, child pose, down on the ground. Breathing in and arise. Bring your knees a little closer. Hands under your shoulder, knees under your hip. 4 hands. Inhaling to cow stretch, Go Asana. Exhaling to cat stretch, Vidala Asana. Once again. One arm up high to the sky, look up tall. This upper arms we will rotate, shoulder rotating, rotating like a windmill. Now rotating opposite direction. Reaching all the way up high, and that upper arm scoop under the body. Rest your shoulder and head down low. And other hands can be binding or keep supporting there on the mat. Spiral twist of the spine and spiral flow of your breath. Slowly return to four hands. Inhaling, arching back and around your back. Maybe one more time to adjust any discomfort you may notice. Now other arms up high over your head. Looking up and down to take care of the neck joints. And circling arm, same way. We're so blessed that we have a shoulder and that can move 360 degrees around like this. That means shoulders are made to move like that. Now rotating. So keep moving shoulders so that no tension in your shoulders. Reaching all the way up, look up tall. That upper arm, scoop underneath the body, rest on the mat, shoulder and head. And other hands keep supporting or binding your back for deeper twist. As you inhale, return. That feels good. Both hands on the mat, inhale to cow stretch. Exhaling to cat. Press your palms, tuck the toes to downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal. We will be sitting down, crisscross applesauce. Before that, bend your knees a little bit. 1, 2, 3, crisscross applesauce. Sit down. There you go. Inhaling, reach your hands over your head. As you exhale, spinal twist to one direction. As you inhale, return to the center, arms up high. And other side twisting. As you inhale, reach your hands up high and straight your legs in front of you. Find your sitting bone. Flap your back, lift your heart, reach your arms, pull your head back. Danda Asana. The Danda means spine. The spine erect, tall pose. Flex the ankles, straight your knees, straight your arms, straight your back. As you exhale, swan dive or nose dive. Wherever natural you can reach, hold it. The asana should be comfortable. Comfortable means do your best to stretch. Every part of your body, try to feel it. And keep breathing. If your body is trembling, that means you're doing too much. If your breath is obstruction happen, then your breath is telling you maybe you're forcing too much. Be kind. Non-violence is first yoga practice. Not violating the body, not injuring, not hurting. Because you are by yourself on your mat. Sometimes you might hurt yourself. So, not hurting is the goal. Compassion. Inhaling, gentle, halfway look up. As you exhale, fold. Arms out, slowly, gently reaching up. Dandasana. And arms out behind on the mat. Finger pointing behind, backward. Toe pointing forward. And then lift your body up. Middle part. Upside plank. Here sometimes challenging, and at that time you can bend one leg and then deepen the stretch, or both legs deepen the stretch. If you don't need to bend, then try to straighten, engage. Chin up, look behind, and slowly, gently back, return. Inhaling, reaching hands over your head. As you exhale, forward fold. We're doing a little fast than the last time. Inhaling, halfway look up, keep holding. Exhaling, fold more. Inhaling, reaching both hands up high to the sky. As you exhale, widely open your arms out, finger pointing behind, press your hands down. Point the toe, lifting. Urdhva Chaturanga. As you exhale, back to the ground. Let's do one more time. Arms up high. And then fold forward. Inhaling, halfway look up. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, reaching all the way up high, look up. As you exhale, tuck your chin, hands behind on the mat. Down, point the toe, lift your heart, hip tall, look behind. And then back to the ground. Join your sole of the feet together and hold by hands. Baddha, pada, holding feet. Kona, making angle on your knees. Baddha, pada, kona. Asana, posture. Inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, slowly folding, shifting weight more and more towards the ankle or feet, and fold. Keep breathing. As you inhale, a little bit lift your heart. As you exhale, deepening. Slowly, gently arise. Assisting by hands, bring the knee up. Hands behind, swaying side. Slowly, gradually to side. Keep swinging. Keep shifting. Drop the knee to the side, both hands behind on the mat, as if your hands position are about to do chaturanga. As you exhale, fold down, or you can just stay there. If you fall down, twist of the spine, heart facing down. As you inhale, push yourself up to sit up tall, and then switching, same way on the other side. First, make sure twist generally, gently, and then press your hands on the mat equally. And then lift your heart there, lengthen the spine, a little bit twisting, and then folding. And then as you inhale, rise. And then untwisting. Straight your legs in front of you and relax. Open your leg out of the mat, both legs out of the mat, and then bottom a little bit up and slide a little bit. Sometimes if your hands can helpful too, a little bit opening, more opening. The idea here is to find the well stretch, good stretch, nice stretch. Maybe slide a little bit so that you find it comfortable. Both hands behind you and your back is flat, backbone is straight. And then you can feel the stretch of your inner thighs. Awesome. Now, bring your one hand at a time in front of you. There you go. Feel the pressure under the heels, either flexing toe or pointing toe. If you are pointing, keep pointing, do not move them. If you are flexing, keep flexing. Now, slowly, gently, more and more folding. Prasarita Padottanasana. Seated, spread leg, forward fold pose. This kind of inner thigh, very sensitive muscles, sensitive part of the body, stretching, is very delicate. So go slow, gradual approach. At the same time, no tension in the rest of the part of the body. Actually, this half of the body, upper body is free. You can twist to side, stretching, waist and underarm, rib cage stretching. But don't rush, but you do mindfully. You can stay there for a long time, or keep twisting, keep turning. Remember, there are two ways to practice: mindful way and meditative way. In the meditative way, you be still. In mindful way, you keep deepening. In your home practice like this, you listen to your inner teacher, your intuition, your breath, your sensation, your stretch, or your pain. Whatever there is, it is a guide, guiding you. Before we return from here, let's deepen our fold and then back to the center. Return. Our legs are wide spread legs. We'll bring them to the halfway, assisting by hands if you need. So now we can wiggle them. Safety. Safety first. Most of the time in a yoga class, injury happens when you come out from the posture. Oh, I'm done, I can come out, and you come out, and ouch. Here, rest the both toes to side, one buttock up, and then rest the both toes to other side, other buttock up. In that way, keep trying side to side. Now, rest your toes to the side, one hand's behind, one hand's up, and lifting hard. Counter stretch of the forward fold. And then slowly release. Now, switching to the other side, toes resting, hands resting. And one arm up, hip up, open heart. Looking behind your upper fingertips. That's how we'll stretch up the neck. Slowly back to the ground. Now we will do inversion pose. Inverting the body every once in a day is a wonderful way to bring the energy balance from head to hip to heart and gut. So energy should be equally distributed in the body. So that best way is to invert the body. Legs of the wall or shoulders stand like this. If you go back and forward, sit up again and go back using core up and then go back again If I do a couple times like this back and forth, I massage my back actually. Well massage. The floor on the mat is a wonderful way to give gentle pressure massaging all the backbone. Whenever you're ready, lifting up, shoulder stand. Standing on your shoulder. Both feet pointing, lifting up as high as possible. While you're holding this, elbow closer. And then open your leg, bring them up, scissoring, all direction, 4 directions scissoring, or bicycling. There are many things you can try because these legs are free to do. But the arms and shoulders are rooted. Make sure you take care of your neck. Slowly you will go towards the plow, so that you can rest there a little bit. A sense of resting. You don't have to wait. Anytime you need, you can come back, or you can hold for a long time. Make sure your heartbeat is okay. Make sure the pressure on your shoulder is okay. Make sure the breath is well. Now, let's return slowly, gently back. Press your feet on the floor near the bottom. And arms out, palms facing up. And sway your knees side to side. Breathe as if you are born to breathe. Now hug your knees by your both arms. Lift your head off the floor. Your shoulder blades are off the ground. Engaging core, Apana Asana. Keep holding. We're engaging the neck muscles. We're engaging the core muscles. Gentle hug, that squeeze we are giving, that gives us the good squeeze of the internal organs, kidney, liver, spleen, large and small intestine, all of them. Now rest your head back and keep your feet as it is, arms out, and simple spinal twist to one direction. Let's say to the left side, spinal twist. Look towards the right shoulder. Emphasis on your exhalation. Your exhalation is longer than inhalation. One is to 2 ratio breath. If incoming breath is 3 seconds, then outgoing breath is 6 seconds. Breath walk. Your body is resting, no need to walk on it. Now, walk on your breath. As you inhale, back to the center. And whenever you're ready, other side spinal twist. Try to rest your shoulder blades well. Chin towards the opposite direction of your knees. From the tailbone to the top of your head, twist it all apart. Jathara Parivartan Asana. Emphasis on your breath. As you inhale, return to the center and then Shavasana. Straight your legs, at least yoga mat apart. If you need anywhere support, adjust. If you like to wear, put on blanket or put on socks. Here, the total surrender to the gravity. When you surrender, alignment is very important here. So straight the elbows, straight your knees. Shoulder blade at ease, equally shoulders away from ears and your well-rested hip bone. Toes are pointing out, palms are facing up, your forehead pointing to the sky. From the head to the tailbone is all aligned and straight. Catch your breath, 2 to 3 deep breath in and out so that inside you can rest. Shavasana. Dead body pose. Surrender. Feel the floor underneath. Feel your breath at your tip of your nose, in the sinus, and the throat pit, and your lungs. In your closed eyes, observation of your rising and falling of your chest, rising and falling of belly. Just relax. Totally relax.